Hi, this is Miss Dove, and I'm here to bring you the flipped instructional video for reading and writing equations 2. So our goals for this video and for this section is to translate a verbal sentence into an equation, and then determine a solution of the equation from a replacement set. So before we get started, let's do a quick check over something that we have previously learned. So do you remember how to find the solution of an equation by substituting values from a replacement set? This says which value of x is the solution to the equation. Remember, that means the answer. Which number do we plug in for x so that the left side equals 31 and the right side is already 31. So let's try 2. So I'm going to plug in 4 times 2, add 7, and let's see if that gives us 31. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 7, does that equal 31? It does not, because it is 15. So this is not a true statement. That means 2 does not give us a solution. Okay, let's try 4. So 4 times 4, we'll do that first, that's 16. And then is 16 plus 7, 31? It is not, it is 23. And that is not a true statement, which means 4 does not give us a solution. Let's try 6. Okay, 4 times 6 is 24. When you add 24 and 7, do we get 31? We do. So the answer is C, and just to make sure, and it's not going to work out because it's going to be a little bit too much, but let me show you why. 8 is not a solution, so this is 32, and when you add 7 to 32, it continues to increase and you get 39. So that is not a true statement. 8 does not work as well. So C is our answer. So with reading and writing equations, okay, just like we learned in the last section, equations translate into sentences, and a sentence is a complete thought. Okay, remember with sentences, you have a capital letter at the beginning. It ends with a period or some type of punctuation. So here are a couple of examples of the sentence translated into the equation. A number increased by, that would mean to add 8. Remember, is, it's our equal, is 15. So that's over here. The quotient, remember that means to divide, of a number. Remember, of tells you what are we dividing. Whatever follows is what you're dividing. The quotient of a number, here we go, and 4/5 is, there's our equal sign, the same as 1. Okay? Both of these sentences are complete thoughts. So let's try this one. What equation is represented by the sentence? Use substitution to solve for the solution. Okay, so first we have to write our equation. Then we're going to decide which of these 3 choices at the bottom is the solution to the equation. So this says 7.2 is, I know that means equal. The difference, what does difference mean? It means to subtract. Remember, of tells you what are you finding the difference of. So 7.2 equals, and we're subtracting 10.5 and a number. There's our variable. I'm going to use x. Okay, so now that I have my equation, I'm going to try each of these to see which one gives me 7.2 when I use subtraction. Okay, so let's start with our first choice. If I take 10.5 and I subtract 0.3, am I going to get 7.2? Let's see. 5 minus 3 is 2. My decimal just comes straight down, and I do not. I get 10.2 That is not the same thing as 7.2. Okay, let's try 3.3. Again, I'm just rewriting my equation, but instead of it being minus x, it's minus my choice, 3.3. Let's see if that's going to give me 7.2. And because of space, I'm going to do it right here. Okay, 5 minus 3 is 2. 10 minus 3 is 7. And it does work. So my equation is here. And my solution is 3.3. Okay, 17.7, if you did 10.5 minus 17.7, you're going to get a negative value. Okay, so for practice problem 2, this time they're giving you the equation up here, and you are choosing which of these represents the equation. So I would challenge you to pause, read through the choices, and see if you can figure it out. Okay, so we have 9.5 is the same as, remember that tells us equal, 15 decreased by a number. That one looks good because I have a subtraction decreased by. 9.5 is first, followed by an equal sign, so it's looking good. Let's check our other choices. 9.5 is the same as, so that's very similar to A, those are same. A number decreased by 15. So this one does not work because that would mean that it would look like this. 9.5 is the same as a number, you could use any variable, decreased by 15. So the order here is wrong. 15 has to be first. 15 decreased by 9.5. 15 decreased by 9.5 is the same as a number, which we don't know. Okay, that one does not work either because the order is wrong. And D, a number is, that means your variable equals is the same as the difference of 15 and 9.5. And we know that that's not right either. Okay, so the answer is A. 9.5 is the same as, equal to 15 decreased by a number, 15 minus x. So to review, we translated a verbal sentence into an equation, and then we also went a step further and determined the solution of that equation. So your next steps are to look for a flip follow-up session in your live session schedule, request a target teach for additional practice, attend help lab sessions for extra support, and have fun.